Hey folks, Pwalpar here. Guess who spent 30 minutes today putting his windshield wipers on, trying to make a video with his GoPro on backwards? I want to give you one guess. So we'll take one more look at these wiper blades. They're much wider than the one I took off. Here's a skinny little booger bear I took off of there. Much better constructed wiper blade. I guess that's why I paid more money. Can't wait to try them and see if they squeak or not. Yep. Trico Onyx. That's the brand of wiper I put on here. Well, we gotta get on to the dump, but we ain't going without something to make us go. Oh, gauge right on the E. I'm not going to fill up both tanks, just put some in one. I don't drive this truck all that much. Well, we're looking through the dirty windshield of a dirty old F-150 pickup truck. Tried to clean the windshield with their little washing water here, and it was nastier than the truck was. It's a pretty day after so much rain here lately. Getting a little bit done today. I don't really want to tackle my fan belt today, so I'm going to procrastinate. Unless I get a sudden burst of energy. Motorcycle fixing to blow my doors off. Not really, I'm going kind of slow. Talking about Tuesday, I think we'll make us a Harbor Freight run. How does that sound, my foot? How does that sound, my friends? Let's make a run to the Harbor Freight come Tuesday morning. Rain or shine. I got this huge hole in my backyard where the swimming pool used to be. Times are rough right now, and I can't afford to just call a contractor to come out here and fill it up with dirt, but that's what I want to do. I've spent thousands of dollars over the years keeping this pool in operation. Got to the point where all I did was clean the darn thing. Time I got it cleaned, didn't want to do no swimming. Still a well-constructed pool, but it's something we don't put up with much anymore. You could fix the bottom up and put a new liner in it. They don't come none too cheap. And the deck over there, I need to replace that deck. It's looking really bad. But if I get the hole filled up, we're just gonna eliminate the entire deck. Probably remodel the back of the garage or reside the garage. But let's take a look at this hole. We had some rain around here. Now I've had a sump pump in there running all day. And I'd say it's probably went down. Well, I can see the mark on the dirt over there. It's gone down 8 or 10 inches. This thing will still be pumping next week. Not really. A couple of days it'll get empty. I used to siphon it out with a big hose, a pool vacuuming hose. It siphon out pretty quick until it gets down to about that level, but you're going to have to run a hose all the way down the hill to get any lower than that. So I just pump it out with a sump pump. Got my own little pond here. Put some fish in it. Walk out here and see if, make sure my hose is still pumping. I run it out to the back of the property where the water can run down to the hill and not flood the neighbor's garage. I got a project in mind. I don't know how soon I'll get to it. You see my boathouse over there? I built that a year or two before I retired from the railroad and never finished it. I put the poles up and constructed the roof out of salvaged lumber and material. It's looking pretty rough, but the project I have in mind is to put a barn on this side of it, with a slanted type roof where I can park my mowers and everything else out here. I might get around to that one of these days. Got plenty of tin out there on the old barn I could reuse, but it'd be better just to use all the new material. Just about needed my boat here the other day. Oh yeah, I was checking on the hose. But anyway, if I build me a little shop out here, one side could be a shop and the other side can be for parking my mowers and stuff. Put me like a little blacksmith setup out here, little workshop. Call it Pwalpar's Hangout or something. I could move my cast iron stove over there, train yard stove. Put me a little stump out there for an anvil. Put my anvil out there. Put my blacksmith workings. Put me some workbenches in there. Run me some electricity out here. We'll need that. I need to pour a cement floor in there and bring it up to level on this end. But if I never get a floor in there, I'd still have the barn. I could build a shed like a pole barn. That sounds like a whole lot of work, don't it? But it's a functioning idea. I might even hook up my smoker out here for smoking my meat and stuff. Oh yeah. I came out to check on this water pumping out because it's going to be dark within an hour. It's not coming out super fast, but it's coming out. In the flood, we saw how my cross ties down there by the road are deteriorating. I need to replace them. I had some cross ties in here that's still usable, but I don't know. Some of those look like they're deteriorating too. Got a huge pile of cross ties up under there. I bet we could drag them out and find all kind of snakes. Some little critter's been living up in there. Probably a raccoon. But I need to get down there and remodel my culvert at the bottom of the driveway. Clean up all these limbs and stuff. One day, pretty soon, I think we'll go down to my other property and make a little video down there. It's just a wooded, just a whole lot of woods. But I'm sure we can find something interesting to talk about down there. I got 5 or 6 acres down the road. Let's look in here. Any snakes down in there? No, you're hibernating somewhere. That is a hunk of stove right there. Well, I'm just going to let that sump pump run all night. Tomorrow we'll double check and see how it's coming along. I was in there watching a guy crappie fishing on YouTube this afternoon. He sure was a reeling them in. I did a lot of fixing up on my boat last year, but I didn't get it in the water very much. But it's ready to go whenever we get up the energy. I did pretty good this year on my pole beans. Just a few that I planted right here in this area. I think I'd like to put in a whole row of pole beans down through here. But I need to work on filling that hole up with dirt first. I can make one heck of a little garden out here. Got all kind of trees and limbs I need to cut down. But when you get over 70, you just do what you can. I tried to salvage this gardenia bush back when I tore the fence down. It looks like some of it's coming back. It's got green leaves coming out on it. I propped it up because the roots were broke. It won't never look as good as it did originally. And this gardenia bush over here, it's grown up with honeysuckle vines. Need to get in here and trim them out too. There's always something needs to be done. Little projects on the agenda. Need to get a roof over my firewood pile out here for my smoker. I just threw an old koi pond over the top of it that I dragged out of the barn. That'll keep some of it dry, but I need to build a little shed for it. That old green utility building over there, I'm going to get shed of it. It's full of all kind of junk that's pure trash. I guess I'll have to get a dumpster in here to load all that stuff in. And you know and I know I'll never get to all these projects. The house needs painting. Need some new windows. What I need is to win the lottery. Wouldn't that solve all my problems? What do you think? If you won the lottery, would that solve all your problems? Or would it just create more problems? They were Tom, Dick, and Harry would come around here wanting some money, wouldn't they? I need to get out here, put some new boards on my little bench. I made those boards out of 5/4 pressure treated wood. Sawed them down and fit them on them rusty old frames. They did pretty good. They lasted several years, but it needs to be rebuilt. Somebody made a comment on my video the other day that I could do some whitewater rafting in that water going through my yard. Said I should watch out for alligators. More than likely, the way that water was coming out of off that hill over there, more likely to wash a bunch of snakes out through here. Even a hibernating snake couldn't stay asleep with all that much water coming through the woods. I hear the birds chirping for the evening. And with that, this is Pwalpar signing off.